If you have ever thought about building a diorama, you're in the right place. All this was created to help the scale collector enhance their experience and build quality dioramas for showcasing their collection. I have been collecting scale vehicles and building scratch-built dioramas or creating various scenes for over 30 years. I could never find the right building or scenery or the quality product for what I had in mind, so I had to learn everything myself and to my standards. I guess that is why people rant and rave over my dioramas, because they are a step or two above the competition. I've had many requests to display them at various shows and competitions. I'm constantly asked how I make them or if I'd sell them. So I decided to create a blog, which is something totally new to me, to help create your own dioramas. You can check it out over at howtomakeadiorama.com. The blog itself is not enough, and it takes way too long from beginning to end of a project. It does help people with certain things, but there is so much more. Most people are visual, so I created a video where you could actually see the whole process from start to finish, including things that just can't be presented properly any other way. The video is over 2.5 hours long and covers everything from soup to nuts and then some. It is available for immediate download, that way you don't have to wait around for it to arrive. You'll receive it immediately and you don't have to pay for shipping. It is a complete build of a vintage style building. I call it an old storage building. It would be an old building you would have seen by the roadside years ago that may have been used to store small equipment, the old tractor, farming equipment, etc. These old buildings now quite often are where people store their restored car or where they work on restoring them. This building, when built years ago, was not built as a garage because back then it was not intended for a car. You will learn many different techniques in this build that you can apply to other builds. One of the most important things to building dioramas properly are the buildings, so that is why we started out with this build. Everyone has different taste, and you can build it however you want, whatever suits your needs, and you can learn the techniques and gain different ideas from the video and then make it however you want. People collect different scale cars, trucks, motorcycles, airplanes, trains, etc. This way you can make them fit your personality and not have to settle for the cheap imitations on the market today. Making this building is the best place to start. As I continue, I'll keep getting into more advanced things and we'll all learn along the way. I'll probably create videos, etc. of each build along the way and offer them to further your experience in the whole diorama making process, so you may want to collect the whole series. This building was created in 1/24 scale, which means that every half inch equals 1 foot. This building actually measures 6 inches wide by 10 inches long, with 4.5 inch sidewalls and a 6/12 roof pitch. A real building this size would be 12 foot wide by 20 foot long, 9 foot sidewalls, and a 6/12 roof pitch. To help with scale sizes, I have created something called Understanding Scale Replica Vehicle Sizes. I also created something with scale lumber and a few different scale rulers to help you in your builds that you can print out and physically use. These items are all free. I have to pick a scale to build everything in to stay consistent. All you have to do is either increase or decrease it to your particular needs. The techniques are all the same. This building was created with scale size 2x4 wall studs, sill plates, and top plates, 2x6 headers, 6-inch clapboard siding, and actual opening and closing doors. The roof was made removable to see the detail, and also to add accessories or lighting down the road. You could just create the framing structure and use that as a diorama display if you were doing something with a construction setting. You could have a crane lifting the rafters onto the sidewalls and a bobcat loaded with materials for your build, creating a construction job site scene. You're only limited by your imagination. The building looks so much better in real life than it does in these pictures. You can only do so much with the camera, even with the proper lighting. You will see when you start making these buildings or dioramas how much nicer they are than anything else you have seen on the market. Nothing else compares to actually building it yourself. The video was over 2.5 hours long and broke into over 20 different categories. So if you want to learn more about building dioramas, head on over to howtomakeadiorama.com.